video shoot ended up coming about because of idea I had. So I was telling her, I was like, yo, I was like, you got any like real like West Coast joints, you know, like joints with, you know, like with that West feel to it, like that bounce and all that kind of shit. You know what I mean? Because I think it would be fire if you had something like that and we could recreate a scene from Boys in the Hood, you know what I mean? With some back out the joint and like, hey, yo, we got a problem? What's up? You know what I mean?
Hey, man, what's wrong with you? Oh, we got a problem here? We got a problem here?
So, like, I just thought that was, like, an ill idea, you know what I mean? Like, I always liked recreating things and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But not recreating, like, all the things that, you know, everybody knows. But I thought that was something that'd be dope, you know what I mean? And she went in the booth and orchestrated some shit. Really put some shit together just for me having a concept for a music vid. She went in that joint, linked up with one of her peoples, day one, linked up with him, recorded a crazy fucking joint, and come to find out, the joint that she did, you know what I mean, was a remake of Mac 10's For Life, you know what I mean? So I thought that shit was ill as a bitch already. You know what I mean? She sent the joint to me. I listened to it. I said, ooh, nah, this is it, son. This is it right here. I fuck with this. That just let me know what kind of artist she is. You know what I mean? Like, she really can create some shit. See what I mean? That's how that video shoot had came about.
For life, bitches fuck with me. If you down to ride, for life, suckers wanna play, then you'll lose your life.
So one thing that stood out to me that I thought was dope was that I got the experience what it was like being out west. You know what I'm saying? Like the culture. You know what I mean? A lot of people go out west and, you know, they don't experience, you know, what the culture is like, you know, the food, you know what I mean? The music, the people, like everything, you know what I mean? A lot of people, they don't get a chance to experience that. And some of them don't want to experience that. But me, I really got the experience what that shit was like. And I just thought that was ill as a bitch. This was my 6th time out there. But my first time ever being able to experience this shit. Because a lot of times I went out there is with people from Rochester. You know what I mean? It was never going out there locking in with somebody. So it's like when I really got to experience what that shit was like. You know what I mean? Seeing low riders. I never had a shoot like this before. You know what I mean? So like it was different. The second thing that I thought was dope about the shoot was that I got to connect and build with some people there at the shoot. You know what I mean? Like that was a dope shoot. That was hands down one of the best shoots I've ever had. Like for real, that was like top 10. So like I connected with somebody that you know what I mean, they do like graffiti. I connected with somebody that does photography. I connected with somebody that be doing like the little G-Funk events. Like I connected with like mad different people at that shoot. I thought it was dope just, you know, chop it up with people, build with them a little bit, you know what I mean? Whenever we have like little breaks and stuff when we wasn't shooting. So I thought that was like dope too. The third dope thing I would say about this shoot, you know, and in this time in 2021, it was some dope things that I was starting to shoot. And this became one of the illest things that I shot in 2021 because it wasn't a lot of dope things that I was shooting. You know what I mean? Like I was shooting some dope stuff. Don't get me wrong. It was a handful of dope things I shot in 2021. But this was one of those ones though that was fucking fire. Like it was just different from everything that I was used to doing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, especially being over here in Rochester, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's only like so much scenery we got. It's only so many different ways you could shoot something here and this and that. You know what I mean? And it's like being out there, man, we was getting busy. Like, yo, we was hanging out the car, shooting the video. You know what I mean? Getting some dope shots. One of the peoples had like brought like a whole table, set it up with mad food, drinks and all that. We had somebody doing BTS, behind the scene flicks and all that. What else? Nah, I mean, the scenery just out there was different. Like everything that, like I said, everything about that shoot was very different from what I was used to doing at that time. So like, I'm forever thankful to have shot that video and also build and connect with people at that shoot too.
I'm karma, coming in, knocking at your door with no armor. Worry about a bitch, work smarter, not harder. Come around once, now our homies at a garter. Listen here, partner, rejuvenate your style when you be around me. Posted in the back, everyone got a drink. And if you set tripping, think twice before you blink. The homegirls pressing everybody in the scene.
Working with Bella is great, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's one of one. She's one of those artists that you meet and you like, yo, she's different. I'm telling you, son, like, it's not a lot of people I've met within this field of work that really is fire, is a bitch, talented, and, you know, just genuine, good-hearted people, you know what I'm saying? The other thing I'd also say with Bella is she's a very dope individual, you know what I'm saying? Very solid. It's not a lot of artists I mean in this field of work that's solid, you know what I mean? Like, motherfuckers, you know, act like they fuck with you and this and that in your face and behind your back, talk mad shit, drag your name through the dirt, all kind of shit. You know what I mean? Bella, she is a super solid person, super solid individual. You know what I mean? And it's like, we done built a bond, you know what I mean? Like, that's somebody that's family to me, you know what I'm saying? And I don't throw that word out there a lot. I swear I don't. So it's like, when I consider you as like my family, like, yo, you my family. Yo, I'm rocking with you. You know what I mean? Like, this is for life till like they drop my casket in the dirt. You know what I mean? Like, you my fam, you heard? You know what I'm saying? Whatever you need, I got you. You know what I mean? Ain't never gotta ask nothing. I got you. You know what I mean? And you know, it's likewise on her end too. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's just something that's dope too. Cause it's not a lot of that in this field of work, for real, if we're gonna keep it 100. She's, what's the word I'm looking for? She's diligent, you know what I mean? She's very passionate about her craft. And, you know what I'm saying? She's strong-willed, you know what I mean? She's not a quitter. She's not one of these people I've worked with before who I'll be like, damn, man, we can't get this shot because this happened or that. You know what I mean? Like, there was a time at the shoot when one time pulled up, they shut the shoot down. And we was all mad as a bitch because we deep as a motherfucker. It's like 60 of us there, you know what I mean? And they shut that shit down. And Bella, she looked at me, she was like, don't worry, Zay, we gonna finish the vid. And I'm like, I fuck with this energy right here because I don't get enough of this energy. So we ended up just shooting like a few blocks over and we just set up again, you know what I mean? Got a whole other different look, got some dope takes and all that, you know what I mean? And it just added to the video. It just made the vid look a lot more dope too. Last thing I would say is shooting videos with her is fun as a bitch, you know what I mean? Like, also in that time, in 2021, it'd be artists that hit me up, want to lock in on videos, and them video shoots be a fucking nightmare. All kind of crazy shit happening, shit going wrong, and, you know what I mean? Just a bunch of off the wall shit. And that, I used to be like, man, I can't wait to go home, bro. I do not want to be here no more. And it's like, working with Bella, I'd be like, yo, damn, I do not want this shoot to end because this shit is just so fun as a bitch. Like, all the different shots we get in, you know, the shit we on right now, like, this shit fire, you know what I mean? And it's like, getting them kind of shoots at that time was like super rare to me. So it's like, you know, I always cherish video shoots like that dearly, you know what I'm saying? And I'll just be all hyped as a bitch at the end of the shoot, like, yo, when the next joint, when we gonna lock in, like, yo, I'm ready, I'm hyped, I'm lit, what's good?
The fame don't change us and this money ain't save us. You got chains on but get your raps from Payless. I make more money in a week than your paycheck. You slipping in the streets like you with the latex. You bitches ain't real, I gotta coach you like it's football. And when you in your feelings, notice something like an 8-ball. Put them in the booth, kill them rappers like it's 8 Mile. And if you want my team coming right, I'm about to take off.
In the video dropped, that joint hit 50K in 2 days. That shit went up. Like, yo, her fan base, her supporters, yo, is strong. 50K in 2 days. I've never shot a video for somebody that, you know what I mean, got them kind of numbers in a quick amount of time like that. You know what I mean? This ain't no bots. This ain't none of that. I work with people that paid money for bots and all that weird shit. But when it come to Bella, Bella ain't no fraudulent artist. She really has a solid fan base. The second thing that I also thought was dope, once the video dropped, she got the co-sign from Mac 10. Mac 10 comment on this shit. I was like, oh shit. I'm like, yo, this is fire, son. I'm like, yo, she going up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just mad happy and hype as a bitch for her. Cause it's like, yo, she got the cosign. She got the stamp. Like, Mac 10 approves of that shit. He fuck with it. The third thing, you know, was seeing her perform that song live at the Novo.
I need to hear my people in the crowd though. It goes, for life. So let me hear y'all. For life. Okay, y'all gonna hear it. Y'all gonna catch on. Let's get it, DJ. For life, bitches flow through me. They sit down to ride. For life, I can't hear y'all. Start with the sunshine, but people get it shady. Put respect on my name before I punk on your lady. I don't shoot back, I bomb on these bitches like the Navy. And I'm the better version, hey. Motherfuckers stay flexing the money, but ain't investing. I'm the teacher of the class, don't sit down and learn your lesson. Scaring nobody who you thinking you was pressing. And I don't trust no one but the motherfucking Wesson.
You know what I mean? That's a well-known auditorium, you know, where people perform. You know what I mean? It's downtown LA. And I never been to a joint out there. I only been to 2 shows out in LA. I mean 3. I only been to 3 shows out in LA. But that was the biggest one I've ever been to. And that joint holds like, what, 5,000-10,000 people, something like that. I don't know the exact number. And the way that shit was packed, because she was on tour as well. So it's like I also got to see her on tour. And man, that shit was packed out, son. Like, it was a few artists that performed. I can't remember their names. I got the flyer. I'm gonna post the flyer over me talking, but you know what I mean? It was some names on there that she performed with. Like, if you from out west, you know who them names are. But like, that shit was just fire, seeing her perform that joint live and, you know, seeing the crowd rocking with it and all that. Like, the other thing I want to say too, I want to give Bella her flowers for real, because it's not a lot of artists in this game, you know, that I cross paths with and, you know, they embrace me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm from the whole other side of the coast. I'm from Rochester, New York, upstate New York. You know what I mean? So from somebody being from the West, you know what I mean, like, embracing me, taking me in and accepting me like family, yo, that's forever love, yo. You know what I mean? That's like wise on my end. You know what I mean? Like I said, you family to me. I'm forever thankful for Bella wanting to build a bond with me. You know what I'm saying? And because like I reached out to by seeing a ad she had going on YouTube for a music video. I can't remember the exact name. And I was just like, yo, what's this right here? And it had like a fire, like vibe to it, you know what I'm saying? Like the bass is hitting in the car. I'm like, oh shit. So I went to her page, I tuned into another joint. I'm like, okay, she dope. Okay, hold up. So I tuned into another joint. I'm like, okay, she ain't missing right now. So I listened to one more joint. I'm like, yo, I gotta reach out to her. She fire. I wanna lock in with her on something. And ended up reaching out to her on Instagram. I was like, peace, my name Isaiah. I'm a director from Rochester, New York. And next thing you know, a few days later, I got a response back from her. You know what I'm saying? We just connected the dots and just, you know, started building and all that. And I just thought that was dope, you know what I mean? Because she could have just opened the message up and just left my shit on red and that be that. Or she could have just never responded at all. But the fact that she chose to read the message and respond back, yo, that's something that's forever dope to me, yo. Like, I appreciate you forever, fam, for trusting my vision, you know what I mean, for embracing me, you know what I mean. Like, I consider you family, and I don't use that word loosely, you know what I mean. Like, that's not a word I say to any and everybody. Like, that's something you gotta earn, you know what I mean. And it's like, you just such a solid individual, yo. Like, I appreciate you, you know what I mean? And I appreciate what you're doing for the culture as well, you know what I mean? Keep putting on, keep going crazy, you know what I mean? Hold that shit down on the West, because y'all got it. Keep going. You know what I'm saying? You are one of the faces of the culture when it come down to this music shit. You heard? Keep bringing this shit up, you know what I mean? Love, fam. Appreciate you, you heard?